Good morning. So, today's Sunday. I don't plan on doing a whole lot. I took her to church this morning. I have to go and pick her up in about 30 minutes, and then we're going to go to Sandongan. I got to get some concrete neutralizer to apply to the walls so that paint will stick better. Neutralizes the acid in the concrete, I guess. I've ordered a bunch of supplies on Shopee, including the items that will fix the breaker box issue, which I know I haven't said what the solution is yet, so you'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I don't plan on doing a lot today, so we'll see what the video turns out to be, but Sundays are just kind of the lazy resting day. Let's get it started, I guess. Guys, it's really true that no matter what the circumstances, Filipinos are always late for everything. They're still in church up there, but it's okay. I can just stand here and look at the mountain. They're just moving the road over to the right.
Yeah.
Instead of fixing the... That's one solution, I guess.
It's a lot of work if they will fix there.
Yeah, I guess. But it's just going to keep falling off the left side, so they're going to keep just moving the road over.
And also the post of the electric.
So we'll see if this hardware store has concrete neutralizer. I don't know. Okay guys, so since I didn't video a whole lot on Sunday, which I mean, we don't really do a lot on Sundays, so we just kind of sat around, didn't do a lot. Since I didn't video a whole lot on Sunday, I will add this to that video to fill it out. So I feel like we need to have a little chat. I get a lot of comments about how frustrated I get and my complaining about the Philippines. Well, the first thing I can say about that is that's just kind of the way I am, I guess. I mean, it's really difficult for the last, I don't know, 10 years of my life. In anything that I've done, I've been in charge or the boss. So I'm used to things being done a certain way, the way I say, when I say to do it. Obviously, things here don't go that way. I'm unfamiliar with the I don't know, progression or the order of which things are done here. You know, whether you plaster everything, then CM coat or skim coat this piece so that the window guy can come, and then next step and next step. They do things in a weird order here that really doesn't make a lot of sense logically. It makes sense to them, but because they're used to doing it that way. And there's a lot of things that irritate me about the Philippines. I mean, it's just, you know, When you're looking for something weird, like if I was looking for like an American style breaker panel, or you know, some weird piece of equipment. I tried looking for a wet tile saw yesterday on Shopee, and they don't have them. I mean, that doesn't annoy me because that's something a little bit unusual as to what they would have here. Now, when I look for something simple and very common, such as clear silicone, and I have to go to 8 stores to get it, yeah, it becomes a little frustrating, for sure. It does. It just does. Another example, on Sunday we went to get concrete neutralizer, which is one of those things I didn't even know you had to use, but I've never tried to paint on concrete before. Anyway, so I try to get some roller handles and some roller pads. Well, she went and got the roller handles, but the roller handles did not have threads in the handle, so you can't screw a pole onto it. So that didn't do me a lot of good to begin with. And then also she said, we don't have the refills. I said, okay, no problem. When will you get more in? And she replied, we don't stock them. We never order them because people don't buy them. I said, but people buy the handle? She said, yeah. I said, okay, so they just use the handle one time and then throw it away? And she said, I guess. So I don't know what good it does to sell the handle but not the refill pads. I mean, stuff like that, I just don't understand it. I just don't. And people say, well, that's the Philippines, and that's not really a good answer. That doesn't give me enough information to where I'm able to understand why something is the way that it is. And I'm one of those people that always needs an explanation. I always want to understand fully a situation. So if something strange happens or something weird, I want to understand why. What is the root cause and why is it that way? No, I don't just want to chalk it up to, well, that's just the way it is. Okay, but why? Also, a lot of it could have to do with the fact that I'm not an old retired foreigner. You know, I'm not just sitting around while other people do all the work on my house and showing up once a week or once a day just to look and then go away. I'm young. I'm a young, well, relatively speaking young. You know, I'm 41. A lot of these guys that are commenting or that are actually here, and that's another thing. I can tell from the comments who actually has been or is here and the people who have never been or will never be here. Because I'm sorry to say that probably about 90% of the people that comment that say, oh, I'm coming to the Philippines next year, or I'm planning to retire to the Philippines in 2 years, they probably will never come. The percentage of us that actually make it to the Philippines with our feet on the ground for a long period of time is very small. It's just the facts. Anyway, so I'm here every day working, and I've said many times before, 20 plus years of construction experience. So when I'm here doing work and I see them doing things in the most inefficient way possible, yeah, it makes me twitch a little bit. It really irritates me. And again, I'm not an old foreigner that's like had 50 years to relax or whatever. I'm young. I still have a lot of energy. I want to go. I want to get things done quickly. It's just one of those things. And then on top of that, add the stress of trying to get this house finished. Because I don't have unlimited funds to keep paying these guys 25,000 pesos per week indefinitely. I just don't. We need to finish this house within about the next 8 weeks. That's pretty much what the timeline's looking like. So I have all of the stress and worry about trying to finish the house before I run out of budget. And I'm not going to run out of budget. I have enough, more than enough to finish the house. But it's very stressful when I'm trying to get it done in a certain amount of time so I don't have to pay all these guys for weeks and weeks and weeks. Unnecessarily. Because of their inefficiencies is costing me money. And I get... A lot of the foreigners don't have to deal with this because, like I said, they're old. Or they're not even as involved. You know, a lot of these foreigner house build videos or YouTubers, you'll see they'll show up, do like a weekly update, or even if they do a daily update, they'll drive to the job site, walk around for 10 minutes, and then they leave and go have coffee and donuts or something on some beach. Well, I'm in the real Philippines. I'm not in an area where there's a lot of foreigners, at beach resorts. I'm in the jungle. Okay? So, not to say that their lifestyle is somehow not as good or proper or whatever as mine. I'm just saying it's different. It's totally different. When you come here with a lot of money, and you stay in the popular areas that has beautiful beaches and, you know, Filipinas running around in bikinis all the time, and there's 100 other foreigners everywhere you look. That's a totally different life than living out here in the jungle, where you will not see a Filipina in a bikini. It won't happen. You go to a swimming pool resort here, and you're gonna see shorts and t-shirts. And there's not foreigners running around everywhere, which is why I like it here. You know, a lot of people say that they want to be around. I don't want to be around other foreigners. I like being off by myself. Maybe that'll change when I'm older. Maybe when I'm older, I'll want to go to those other places and stay. But as of right now, it doesn't interest me at all. I crave excitement and adventure, and out here is where I'll find it, not at some guided tour at a beach resort. So on top of the house, I'm also thinking of, you know, what we're gonna do about building the piggery. And then on top of that, I need to buy 20, maybe even 40 piglets to start. And there's nowhere close to me that's gonna have that many piglets for sale all at once. You know, the largest piggery in this area probably only has 10 pigs. I mean, it's not, you know. I don't know what to do about that. I might have to go to Ozamas or somewhere else and have a bunch of them delivered or something. I'm not sure, but just know that I have about 100 things going on all at the same time, that a lot of it you guys don't even know about. And it's very stressful, very stressful. Now, it wouldn't be so stressful if I wasn't as involved as I am in everything. But I'm not the kind of person that can just turn them loose building my house with me having all of this knowledge and just let them do it however. I can't do it. I have to be involved. Anyway, so I'm just gonna stop talking here, but just know that my attitude, a lot of it, is the result of a whole bunch of stress that you guys may or may not even know about. So that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys, well, today, because I'm recording this today.